What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. And if the news wasn't crazy enough because of lack of signings, or we were all sitting here saying, oh, we need a defender, we need this, we might be losing a Locatelli if the money is right. Now, the question is why Juve should move on Locatelli, because that's out there. The fans, funny, like a massive part of the fan base, and I'm kind of shocked, want Locatelli out. And I'm actually shocked. They want him out for 25 million. That's where I have the issue, not with Locatelli, because I've said it many times. I will keep 2-3 players. All the rest are replaceable. So that's not my thing. But 25 million, that is a no-go. Also because of the timing, etc. But the news is that his agent, his management are keeping the door open for a move. And that shocks me. That actually shocks me completely. This late in the window, for a player like Locatelli, it shocks me. So we're going to talk about that. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Locatelli potentially being on the move. Okay, so the news is very simple. It's Locatelli has an offer, or Juve has an offer for Locatelli, and that's from Al Ahly. They're offering 25 million, which is, I think, insulting, because they're offering 45 for Zakaria, ex-Juve player who I always like, but he's not a 45 million euro player. Definitely not. But again, if that is what they're offering, they can offer that for Locatelli. The club rejected that, obviously, because 25 million for a player like Locatelli, and actually for the starter right now, is a no-go. You cannot do that this late in the window. However, the updates are that they're coming back with a new bid. They're coming back with a new bid, also because Zakaria is not really opening up to a move. And the breaking news, or the extra news, is that his agent is in talks with Ali, just initial talks, but they will only open real talks if Comoli is like, yeah, Locatelli can leave if the money is, I don't know, I'm saying something, 35, 40 million, whatever. I've always said that there are a handful, and not even a handful, players I would not sell. That's Bremer at this moment in time. That's Yildiz. I wouldn't sell Di Gregorio. You can replace Di Gregorio, but like money-wise, it makes no sense for us. And I wouldn't sell Thuram, for example. All the rest, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie. I've always, and it's exaggerating, I know it, but like, to make a point, and Locatelli is one of those players. I like Locatelli, and people know what I think Locatelli on this channel. I'm not extremely high on him. I'm also not extremely negative on him. Ever since he signed, the expectations and what he delivered wasn't good enough. Last season, I thought was good. It was consistent, and that was my biggest issue with him. He's extremely inconsistent. Last season was consistent. 25 million, he's way more worth more than 25. I don't care what people say. He's worth more than 25. Again, you like him or you dislike him, fair enough, But 25 million from a Saudi Pro League team is a piss take. That's not enough. You're not moving out your starter for 25 million euros, because the moment you do that, you're moving out McKennie for like 5 million euros. Like that's like, you set the bar so low. Teams will look at it and like, you're selling Locatelli for 25. Yeah, whatever you have out there and you want to move on, we're gonna offer you money, but it's not gonna be a lot of money. Like, the money we're gonna offer you is not going to be mind-boggling. It's not going to be shocking. It's not going to be something you can actually work with, etc. So 25 million euros is insane. Now, let's say they come back with an offer and it's a big leap, obviously, close to 40 million. Is the club going to accept that? Well, in a normal circumstances, yes. But this late in the window, my thing is like, even if you like or dislike him, who the hell are we going to bring in? Is it going to be, excuse me, O'Reilly? But that was a Douglas Luiz replacement. So now you need 2 signings, right? Who are you going to bring in this late? Who are you going to bring in this late? I also seen the reports about, but Koopmeiners played that position 1 game for us. 1 game, and it was a preseason game. Are you just going to say, okay, Locatelli, you can leave. Koopmeiners is going to play that position because he's proven in a preseason game against Atalanta he can do a job. Fine. But who are you bringing in then to be the Koopmeiner backup? Is it Frank Kessié? Because, or is he the starter? Because from the same team. We asked for information from Ali for Frank Kessié. We asked what potential thing we can do with that. There's no contact, there's no talks between Kessie and Ali Lau for a new contract. So maybe that's a thing that, okay, we will get him, you can get Locatelli, Colt Minor slots in, and we sell Douglas Luiz and we sign O'Reilly. I don't know. Whatever it is, the thing is, it's very late in the window. It's very late in the window. The Saudi League is open much longer, but transfer window, excuse me. But for us, it's not. So all the things we have to do, and we're still figuring out, moving out Arthur, moving out Vlahovic, getting Colomani, maybe moving out Nico Gonzalez, maybe not, you know, all these things. Now you're adding Locatelli to the mix. I mean, it doesn't make things much easier. If this was a player who definitely doesn't start, it's easy, you know, if it was a squad player. But it's not. It's your starter. And it's very late in the window. That's the thing. For me, it's easy. 25, it's absolutely a no-go. And even at 30, if the club is like 35, 38, but they don't have a replacement, you cannot do that. It's a lot of money, in my opinion, for what I think about Locatelli. Let's say it's 38, but you have no replacement. You're just messing up your season. You have no starter. You have no backup. Maybe Koopman is a starter, but you don't have a backup. So you're just setting your team back. You're just putting more pressure on Tudor. You're putting the squad into trouble, and it's going to come back to haunt you. Yeah, you got the money, but you're probably maybe going to lose out on more money because you don't hit certain goals that you should be able to hit if you had a decent squad with some backup. So that is, for me, the big question mark. It's like, how are you going to cope with it? How are you going to react to a big offer if they come in with a bigger offer, and if they don't get Zakaria and they're like, you know what, we have no choice. We need to put the money on the table to get Locatelli, you know? So that's the big question. What I do want to know from you guys is, you move out Locatelli this late in the window, what is the price you would accept for Locatelli in a normal circumstances? What is the price you would accept for Locatelli in this circumstances, being it late in the window? And also, what do you think about a replacement? Because if you move out Locatelli, you need to replace him. Is it maybe the Frank Kessié from the same team? Colt Miners getting a shot to start, or Kessié and Colt Miners coming in again? What is the idea behind it? I think it's just interesting. I think the news of the club is actually a bit open to it, and Locatelli is a bit open to it. I find it intriguing. I find it a bit surprising. I'm not going to lie. So it's going to be interesting, but we have so many things to do. This is just adding more work to already very difficult window for us. Anyways, in the comments, let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys later tonight. Ciao.